Alright, so now that my semester is over and the summer has begun, I'm ready to make some more Alliance War videos. So my Alliance Outlaw Immortals is going up against Heroes Lair. This is actually the 5th war of Season 2 that we've done. Now my Alliance has recently restructured. We kicked out 13 members and added 13 more, so a merger, really. And this is really the first war that we've gone in with this new setup. So after a queue this last time around, replaced everybody, and now we are again. I'm still in BD3, but it's a different set of teammates. I'm still running here on the left. This time I'm running Path 3. I have my same team of Blade, Ghost Rider, and Stark Spidey. Here I'm going in with Ghost Rider just to save my other champs and because I see it's a bleed node. And it ends up being Yondu. Now in this case, I can play really carefully with Yondu and just not even try to parry. But since I have Ghost Rider, I know I'm not really going to use him much the rest of the war, so I'm just trying to parry anyway. If he blocks my parry, goes through, it doesn't matter because it's not going to make me bleed, and that health is really not going to matter at all. So I'm just trying to get him to his S1 so I can bait that and then go in for the attack. This is one of the first indications I got that this alliance was not really running for diversity because they had another Yondu, a 6-star Yondu up on the mini boss node. So they weren't really trying to max out the diversity, and as far as I could tell, and that did prove to be true once we could see it again at the end. But here at the beginning, we still have these pretty easy fights. Nothing really special. I'm out of energy at this point, but I'm sort of just scoping out my path. I haven't really done that yet. Again, Spider-Man mini boss to look forward to. Now I'm back in, and this time I'm taking on this stun immune node. Now I had called this node, said I really wanted it because I'm 90% sure this is going to be a Juggernaut. And I'm the only person on this side with Blade. So I specifically said, let me take that Jugs with my Blade. That's stun immune, so I want to boost up. This war is extremely close. I can even tell at this point that it's going to be really close. So I'm really looking to boost and make sure. So this is the first time I've actually used one of these invulnerability boosts in a war. I've been sort of stockpiling them, but not actually using them. And I figured now is a good time to do it. Got a couple of tough fights coming up ahead of me. You'll see on the next note I have something I'm a little worried about with the invulnerability boost. Is going to help me as well. But as you can see, Blade versus Juggernaut. This is just a rank 3 Juggernaut. He's not all the way up, but that's twice that he just did not trigger his unstoppable. I'm able to get an intercept. It's just slaying this Juggernaut with Blade. So even though it's a stun immune Juggernaut, it's just no problem whatsoever. Now this next node I knew was going to be a the 6-star mutant champion of the profile. I knew that it was going to be a Deadpool X-Force. I've actually got killed by a Deadpool X-Force, a 6-star one in war a couple months ago up on the power gain node, kind of directly above this one. If he's up on that power gain node with it's at 100% advanced power gain, he will get to his S3 once he starts gaining power, no matter where he comes from. So that can be really tricky. So that's what I used the invulnerability boost for. It was mostly for this fight. Just in case something went wrong and I wasn't able to get this guy down and had to eat an S3, I wanted to have that vulnerability boost up. So I'm trying to build some poise. I actually accidentally parried twice here, so I took the opportunity to do that. But here in a minute, I'm going to have to really look to bait him so that he can get that S1 off. And now I see his health going down. I know that if I throw him my S1, I'll be able to stun him if that doesn't kill him and he's dead. So just those few amount of poise charges really helped me win that. I wasn't really worried about that fight. I just kind of was thinking in the back of my mind about that last time I faced a Deadpool X-Force in war and shockingly died. So here I can't go in because my node is linked, but I'm looking up at this and trying to think about what it could be. It's a Mystic channel, so I'm going to definitely go in with Blade once I'm clear. So now I've been cleared, and I'm looking again to see, okay, this is a really close war. We are ahead of them in kills, but they're much further along in the map. So I'm just thinking that this is not a situation where I can afford to give up a kill. I want to try and make it through my entire path completely clean, because I could see that this one was going to be really close. So again, I'm using the boosts. The vulnerability boost not as helpful this time, but I do have some boosts up just to make the fights go a little more smoothly. I backed out because I didn't like the way that it went in there. It seemed like it kind of hiccuped on me, and I was afraid it was going to get out of sync and whatever. I didn't like the way it looked, so I backed out and went back in again. It looked a lot more smoother. So, Mephisto. Okay, so I have Danger Sense. This is a 4-star Mephisto. This is a fight where if this is a 5-star, you know, even rank 3 or rank 4 Mephisto, I'm really worried about how well I can do, but since I can bleed him, since I have Danger Sense with Blade, this 4-star Mephisto is just not a problem here. This is why Blade just crushes Alliance War, and there's really only just a couple defenders that he can't face roll. So here I have my unblockable S1, and I'm guessing this is going to be a Spider-Man of some kind, or maybe a Yellow Jacket. So I'm looking at it with Blade with the class advantage, but since I have the unblockable S1, I'm deciding to go in with Spider-Man. MODOK. Okay, I was not expecting that. I was wishing I had brought Blade, but then again, I am not at all 100% confident in my ability to evade MODOK's S1. I used to get about half the time. I feel like now I got it up to more like 75. I did get hit there in the middle of all this foolishness, but because I'm able to auto-evade this S1, and because I can stun this guy, it doesn't really turn into a very difficult fight. I'm just trying to build up some poise chargers so that when I am able to hit him, he goes in. I know I can hit through that when he's got his red shield up, but I just didn't bother. And with those poise charges, and him being, again, a 4-star MODOK, I'm able to take him down in not too many hits. Not a whole lot of danger. Again, if that had been a 5-star MODOK, something ranked a little bit higher, I could see that really being a problem. So here we go, the Spider-Man mini boss. Now I am still always torn about whether to go in here with Blade or with Spark. Spark, of course, seems like the obvious choice. I can auto evade that S1, but I'm looking to see how high his SIG is. It's a SIG 40, so not too bad. But I like using Blade because I feel like I'm a little bit more in control of the fight here. And I really have been eager to watch this one back because I was thinking about it a lot afterwards and what I did wrong. And I think that it's a good instinct to, to get a parry at the beginning and lose some of, limber, even if I got hit. I just missed my evade. But, what I end up doing here is I end up like kind of using up my parries too quickly. I think it makes sense to try and maybe get that first one, but ultimately it doesn't, it kind of backfires, because if I'm able to just go straight in with the S2 after a parry and I can be confident that he's going to be stunned, that's going to just make the fight go a lot more smoothly. So here I'm getting hit. I have the S1 again. This one I do evade, but then he hits me with the punch. Like, what? I think I missed the swipe there. This time I do manage to get my S2 off, which helps a lot. This is a nice clean evade. I get some hits in. Try to throw the S1. I have no idea if that's going to land or not. This fight is so close. I have him down to 10, and this one I just was not able to get far enough away before he threw the S1 and like died. Sloppy fight. I just never really feel in control of that fight when it's the Spider-Man here. Spark doesn't really give me that much more control because it's really difficult to attack in after after he auto evades. So it doesn't really give you any more openings. Now here I'm boosting up, even though this guy has 10% health left. This is a close alliance war. I don't want to mess up, and it's a good thing I did because I dropped my block and I got crushed. And even though I get a full combo on this guy, he doesn't die. And then he evades, and now he's got like just a thread of health left. But he's got his special, which he fortunately throws, and I'm able to punish it. But yeah, I think what I need to do is to practice this fight with Spark and get better at it and use him every time instead of Blade. So, like I said, this is a really, really close war. We still have some work to do here, but BD3, we were the first BD to finish. Then we're just kind of sitting around, seeing how it was going to turn out. So here I know that the war is over, so I'm just waiting for, after logging in, for the results to pop up here. And unfortunately, it doesn't pop up, so I have to go back in. But we lost. We lost the war. Heroes Lair is able to go up above the 2,000 war rating, and we dropped down closer to 19. Now, as you can see, we lost this war by 170 points. 170 points. We had them on diversity, but they got 10 more attack bonuses than us. So that's where all those points come from. Dying too many times. We died too many times. Even though they only had one more kill, ultimately that wasn't what did it. So here I was looking at the numbers. I wanted to go back in and figure out, well, exactly how much of a difference did that make. So each attack bonus is worth 80 points. All right, so that is just 2 and change, like 3 fewer deaths. Missing attack bonuses, I mean, and that's a war that we win. So just 3 times, and I contributed to one of those with that mini boss. So dying on the mini boss, not too bad, but I feel like I could have done better. I finished 11th here, which I'm pretty pleased with. My first time with this new, we're up above 13 million now with this new group in. I'm still managing to hold my own and feel good about that. Oh, I forgot I went in to look. This was the first time I've been able to check the results. So here we are, the 558th ranked alliance, 137 in that gold 1 bracket. I do think we have a chance to push towards the top of this gold 1 bracket, but it's going to be really tough going up there. We're already 1 million points behind, and I'm really curious to see how it's going to end up shaking out. There has been a lot going on here at the top. I'm not sure how much any of you have been following it, but there was a lot of bans just in the past week of people for piloting. So the master bracket looks a lot different than it did just a week ago. And I think that's going to be really exciting to watch. So do not pilot. Don't let other people play for you in war. People are getting caught. See you next time.